Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Partner Awesome Podcast. My name is Jason Asher, along with Ryan Albretsen, and we have an action-packed pod for you today. Is that right, Ryan, or did I...
Yeah, it's going to be pretty action-packed.
Okay, no, because I thought with that kind of an opening, you were like, yes, we got it, we're going to do it, predictive analytics, CFOs, CROs, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna do something today, and I don't know, Jason, maybe we'll talk.
Let's rock and roll, Jason. Let's do it.
All right. All joking aside, so I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about this like cheese melter device that could go on popcorn, but when I got back from Miami today and I was making myself lunch and I had these because I'm on a diet now, so I had these like dietetic raviolis and vegetables and eggs and fish and protein, so I'm not eating junk.
Good.
Not to say that Pringles are junk. Sponsor, hint, hint.
Can't pop.
And
you
I
can't
said
stop
to myself,
until you pop, or can't pop
right,
until
I'm
you stop.
What if I had this little melty device and I can melt the cheese over the ravioli with the fish and the vegetables and stuff? And I was like, wow, what if you could get like this that Costco cheese they have, and it has that's like 4 rows in it, it's like $9.99, and then they have like that pepper jack cheese, or maybe the cheese guy, hint hint.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is what I think about sometimes when I'm
that's
cooking.
Cool. Are you a user of an air fryer, Jason?
Yes. Being a user, not me. I mean, my wife uses it.
Right.
I look at it when I make hamburgers. I look at the clock to find out how I can align the burgers with when the fries are done, so kids don't complain that. Right. Wow, the fries are done. We know you like to grill with charcoal because you think gas is cheating.
No, they could be pretty. They could be pretty useful. We make some nachos in there, and this might get you your cheese dream. I mean, not the handheld one, but maybe as far as the cheese getting on different types of foods and melting properly. I think you might want to check that out, Jason.
There's one problem with that, Ryan.
Why's that?
The air fryer is meat. It's you can't
gotta get a new.
I mean,
you need a separate
for
air
those
fryer.
watching it, if it's Balto Bashishi, that's a totally different. That was in a DOF a few weeks ago. Yeah, well, anyway, you can't do it. We'll leave it at that. But what you can do with your partner program is figure out a way to show demonstrable ROI. Sometimes it involves revenue, sometimes it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And what we're going to do today, I think, is kind of bring to the forefront, what ROI means in a partner program, and what separates a partner program from a selling program, from a franchise program, and then how the metrics that we uncover really lay the foundation for the success of a partner program. And I think that a lot of companies out there look at partnerships as a force multiplier. It is, but the force multiplier needs to be properly executed. Or you could be in some ecosystems if you're an AI company and you're filling a large gap in an industry, that ramp can be very quick. But with anything, when a pendulum swings that quickly, you want to make sure that you hold it as long as you can so you can keep it swinging, or else it's just going to go back to where it was before. So some of the mechanisms, some of the strategies and tactics we're going to talk about today will enable partner programs to really flourish and thrive, but give a lot of different data points and pivot points as to how to look at the different dimensions of the program to prove the ROI. Because the thing is, what you do when you build a partner program is that you really do truly build an ecosystem. And that ecosystem, at any point in time, a button could be pressed. And you and I have lived through this. The button could be pressed in a month, it could be pressed in a year. But when that button is pressed, it will yield so much more than the direct model, just based upon the savings of time and materials with solution consulting, sales folks, and the like. It really is something special. So that's what we have on the plate today, Ryan.
All right, so we talked about partner ecosystems, AI last time. Today we're getting into something CROs and partner execs lose sleep over: analytics and forecasting. Yeah. Cool. Let's rock. Let's do it.
Yeah. So if there's anything I could tell you is that toss was probably not the best one. We're going to have to work on that during our pregame next time. Yeah, so CROs, that's great. I mean, if I'm watching us for the first time, and I'm like, and we see like that deadpan toss, I'm like, I am gonna go to their website and watch every episode.
No,
joke around because we can.
No. Actually, I talked to somebody last week, and they said, "Look, I've listened to your podcast, Jason. You, yeah. So I get it. So there's a funny one, and there's a serious one, and I'm like." Wait, who's the funny one? Who's the serious one? I didn't know, but he told me you were. So,
me?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, I gotta tell you, looks are not everything. Hey, I just saw Cool Mo D. I just saw Cool, the glasses. I just saw Cool Mo. That was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Walk right into the studio. That was amazing. Yeah. So all right. So anyway, getting back to basics here. So. It's all about, what we're going to do today. We're going to look at pulling multiple data streams. We're going to look at how to get an ROI against those data streams. And we're going to look at how we can get the CFO, the COO, the CRO, all the C levels that are looking at a partner program and going, wow, there's really something here. When are we going to see something? And how it's bubbling up to the surface. And this is where a partner program, in many ways, becomes a business within a business. And how this whole notion of entrepreneurial executives kind of comes to light, and how, kind of like, partner programs are like, the Knight Rider of a lot of companies. One man can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't have my Apple Watch on to do my Michael Knight impression. All right, so Ryan, let's go ahead and jump into the Miro and get started.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so first of all, we really need to identify what aspects of the OKR we want to be able to talk about when we're grounding a partner program with facts, right? So again, for those of you who are new, the OKR means objectives and key results. So we're gonna state our objectives in the strategy board. The key is going to be the initiative group, and the results are going to be by the teams. And to just very quickly again, we're going to go over the why and the what and the how, and then the how based upon the why of the execution, and then that basically goes back up to the top so the executives can kind of digest what happened. So now we're going to go right into partner programs, and when we're looking at what the programs touch, we're looking at products and services. Looking at partner program, deployment, marketing. We're looking at relationship management and support. So each of these these 6 different areas basically all contribute to the ROI of a partner program. The product is what you sell and serve. The partner program enables the product to get into different markets. The deployments of the products are where, sometimes the revenue is recognized after the deployment is done. The marketing basically sends the message to the program to go back down. And then the relationship management within the program, brings other, potential revenue situations to life. And then the support makes sure that all of this does not fall apart. So now the partner program becomes, a really integrated, piece of fabric, if you will, into the overall business. So when we're looking at ROI, right? Are we looking at ROI against revenue? But are we looking at ROI against management, infrastructure, ops, authorization, deal reg management, ecosystem development, and value creation? We are. But Ryan, if you look at this, if you look at the 7 spokes of the wheel here, from partner management to value creation, which ones would you say we're going to attach an ROI to?
Deal registry, management, what, value creation? What is? Yep.
We're going to look at operations. We're looking at authorization program, deal reg, and ecosystem development. I mean, those are going to be the key areas that we're going to look at for ROI. So we're going to take partner management. We're going to take partner ops management, authorization, deal reg, ecosystem development, and then we're going to dimension that against products, development, marketing, relationship management, support, and the partner program. And what we're going to do now, Ryan, with the magic of copying and pasting, is get everybody over here. All right, awesome. So now we're just going to quickly convert all these guys into shapes. And we're going to continue on to our journey. There we are. And bing bong. Dude, this is smooth like a Snoop Dogg rap song, you know? So let's all right, let's get everything over there. Okay, cool. So let's line this up over here. Right? We're gonna kind of move that stuff down over there. Deployment, relationship management. All right. Delete some stuff over there. Support. We're gonna move these guys over here. And we're gonna move these guys over here. And we're gonna go over here. And make it a lighter blue. Make it that blue. Nah, keep it dark. What am I kidding? Ryan, you want to pick the color for the partner program stuff? You know what? It's representing ROI, so let's go ahead and make it green. Great decision,
that makes sense.
Ryan. Executive decision right there. All right. Let's these guys a little bit bigger. Beautiful. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what's going to be a little bit easier if we do this horizontally. So while I'm organizing the boxes, Ryan.
Yeah.
Any Albretsen insights to share while this is going on?
Well, I do really think this is doing this exercise is really important and something that a CRO, really wants to see. They want to see all of this across their organization, right? They're all about generating revenue, sales and marketing, and they want to get this stuff dialed in, right? Because then you can get a better view of your business, where you are, where you want to go. You got some smart dashboards up there. You got, if you know your numbers, you're in a good spot, right?
You are, but like you said, Ryan, there's a much deeper truth to what we're going to get to that a lot of times within the parameters of a partner program, this truth is not brought to life, not because the truth is not something that people want to know about, but sometimes the journey to the truth becomes either a little muddy or even in some places unknown.
Yeah.
So with the AI, I think we're gonna put the AI over here, and we're gonna leave that there as a placeholder because we're gonna basically associate all of these different metrics with AI, and we're actually gonna build. We'll actually build a little bit of a almost like an automation diagram using GPT-5. And then actually go into GPT-5 to kind of see how we could use readily available tools to do that with. So now products and services over here, let's kind of define, let's say product line. Let's say product line, annual recurring revenue, and then we'll do product line. Let's just say incremental revenue. All right, so we really have two types of revenue. We have ARR, and they have revenue that's incremental, right? So that's tip that I think we can leave it there to kind of be general with our example right now. We have the aspects of the partner program. Now deployment, we want to define deployment as either the end of the incremental cycle and start of maintenance cycle, let's say. And in some cases, SaaS billing begins. Not in every case, but in some cases, SaaS billing begins. There are multiple events that are occurring that are occurring within deployment. So we'll kind of change that color also to a yellow. And then as we get over to relationship management, now relationship management. I'm going to put this one in red because I think both you and I know having operated either businesses in the past or SIs in the past or even programs in the past. Relationship management. The ROI here is really client satisfaction. So I think client satisfaction is above and beyond the first one. Also, it is going to be client management. And then from client management, we're going to go down to, I would even say, platform satisfaction. So platform satisfaction would be like, are you happy with NetSuite? Are you happy with Shopify? Are you happy with the platform that you're working with? And you might say to yourself, what the heck does that have to do with ROI? This is the backbone of return on investment. Because if all of these are green, like we turn this to green, that equals so right here. I think we could put kind of a fun thing right here. So when that equals green, money. So I think we could do that. Let's for the sake of our discussion today, we can make that a purple, and let's just say let's say purple is okay. Things are going okay. Green is money, and then red is basically risk, right?
Yeah.
So some people have, the traffic light, red, orange, yellow. At Carton Austin, we have purple, green, and
red.
And red. Just so we could be a little bit different, Why not? Why not? All right, so let's move that over there. All right, so right now, and then we have support, and support is also. It's really the same construct, right? So with support, it also bleeds into client sat, client management, platform satisfaction. But then there's actually one thing that we missed over here, Ryan. What's the fourth, or what's the leader up here that we didn't put in yet?
Tell me, Jason. It's like the same thing when I watch the Jeopardy show. I just listen to that whole song and I try to.
I know. I put
is.
you into a trance and you just
Yeah.
blanked.
Yeah.
On partner satisfaction. Hello, partner awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Okay. So now we have assets, right? We have artifacts, right? So products and services leads to revenue, right? So I think a couple of things we have to do right now is let's have a band down here, and I think this could probably help visualize a lot of things. So let's have revenue down here as basically return on investment, because revenue is obviously going to be a key measurement, and let's make that one a dark green. So the products that logically leads to revenue, and how does it lead to revenue, Ryan? What? Licensing. Oh, amazing, Ryan. I could always count on you for those bespoke answers. So now licensing leads to revenue down there. Now product line and implementations there. I mean this revenue line right here. Hello. Okay, thank you. This one is going to be this is going to be professional services. That's going to be professional services, right? The product line over there is going to be licensing. So now we have our two main sources of revenue, right? So now the product line is going to have a direct effect on the authorization program. So right here is going to be education, right? It's going to be education and competency. So by proving education, by education and competency, you know how to use the product, right? And it's going to be the same thing for the incremental products as well, about how to implement and service it. So that one we could pretty much have kind of like a dual line there. Now, when it comes to operations, okay, so operations is going to be directly tied into deployment, right? And then deal reg and management is going to be tied into operations. Ecosystem development is going to be directly tied into all of these behaviors, basically. And then partner management is going to be something that is going to be, actually, this one we could gray out, because the management of the partner is really going to come from headquarters. So we could kind of make that one black. That's not really going to lead into any ROI. Now, when it comes to, actually, no, I'm wrong. Sorry, brain fart. When it comes to partner management, what we're going to do is we're going to look at relationship management, and then we're also going to look at support of the customer themselves. So now we basically have, I want to call this over here soft ROI, because this soft ROI is where a lot of C-levels actually overlook, and it's something that partner managers and partner teams often get thrown under the bus for and they don't get recognized for. So when we're looking at the idea of partner management, we're looking at relationship management, we're looking at support. And then when we look at, here, when everything is going well, it's basically going to lead to money, right? That's where that's where over here, you're gonna turn a profit. Because if you're green, and let's say all of these guys, out of nowhere turn green, this is where this area right here is the most critical path for post live partners, like post authorization. This right here, if we could define anything on this diagram as being part of the critical path, it's really going to be these guys right here. So let's send to back. Let's make it a dark red so people are like, wow, that's so important. So here, let's move that over there. So now and let's kind of fade it out a little bit. So now we've given importance to this box over here, right? Because you could ace your authorization. You could have the best partner ops guy in the world or girl in the world. You could do all of your deal reg with digital workers and AI. But if you don't manage that relationship and support that client effectively, it's not going to lead to money. And where a lot of C-levels don't get it is that is part of the secret sauce. You have to have a great product. You have to have a great program, have great offering with your payouts and your support. But if this area over here doesn't work, and I would even have this box bleed over into deployment, because your ROI is really coming from these areas, right? That's where it's really coming from. So now that we have all this, now we have our friend AI. So what we want to do? So what do we want to do with AI, Ryan? Right now, what do we want to do with the AI?
So are you suggesting that, when we go in and actually meet with our clients is to do this first with them, walk through this with them, walk through this setup, and then kind of move over to the AI aspect? Do we want to set the foundation first with that client?
Yeah, we have to because this goes back to that example. Like when I was at the School of Visual Arts, before I learned how to edit video on a computer, we were forced to edit video with like Sony Betacams and Sony Beta tapes. So if you remember back to your childhood and mine, those Beta tapes were gigantic. So they're like almost like 2 feet by a foot, huge like cassettes with like data on it. But you had to go deck 1 to deck 2. You had to dub it over. You had to have a reference. You had to actually take wires. Get this. You had to take wires and actually put them into an auxiliary unit where you could take the sound and then put the sound into a master print module. So before you can even go into AI, and I don't care if you're a net new business that is an actual artificial intelligence platform and you just got your $40 million. So Mazel Tov, good for you. If you don't understand this, take that $40 million, put it into my backyard, spray it with this lighter fluid, and take out a match. Now, as soon as you take out that match, I'm going to show you to the door so the snowflake founder doesn't freak out, and then we'll take that money, Ryan, and we'll build the solution better. I'm just saying, if you're a founder and you don't know what to do, my backyard is open for you. But when we could take the client through this first and then go into the AI, all of this makes business sense, because then you see how the AI has a positive effect on how to get this stuff into the world. So now, underneath the AI, here's what we're going to do with the magic of copy and paste. We're going to take our products and services. We're going to take our partner program, okay? We're going to take our deployment. We're going to take this data, right? We're going to take relationship management data. We're going to take our support data. And now we're basically gonna feed, kind of like in a example way, we're gonna feed this into an AI to come up with a dashboard, right? And then what we're gonna do with that AI is train it so that it can intelligently guide and give suggestions to that business as to what to do next. So now we have over here our pretty much our go forward plan for how to leverage AI to gain an ROI, for your partner programs, so that everybody in the company can understand the breadth and depth of what it takes to really get a program off the ground. Those that understand this will be those that will be the most successful in their industries, for many, many years to come, right? And you and I have lived through the SaaS era, and it doesn't matter what era you're in, this is really a success formula. So now let's pivot from our trusty Miro board here. Let's pivot onto a GPT-5. And with full disclosure, Partner Awesome does have a GPT-5 subscription. We do use GPT-5 for a lot of different client use cases, and this is something that we truly do believe in. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now as we're about to get into our GPT-5, let's go here and here and here. So give it a second to load in. All right. So now, as we get started with GPT, what we're going to do is that we're going to go over like a bunch of different connection points within GPT-5, and those connection points are going to be found right over here where the mouse is. So basically, you can add data from your Google Drive, add data from OneDrive, add data from your PowerPoint. Then, if you want, you can actually use connectors. You could add sources from calendars, email, SharePoint, Teams, and then you could also connect other platforms and other databases and connection points into GPT, including data controls, archive chats, and whatnot. And then so there's a bunch of different things that you could put in there. Now, once they're in there and you add the sources, then you can actually go in and do some deep research. You can actually make an agent, or you can actually go in and even do a study and learn regarding the data that's on there. So you can attach files, you can do a bunch of different things. So the cool thing about GPT is that because you get all these different pieces of information in there, and then if you say to it, what can I help with, and let's say using here let's just exit full screen here. So let's say using the data points that we have, and if you're a partner manager, this is where you start to build the plan. Using a company's products and services, partner program, tiers, deployment timelines, relationship management / account management practice, and support. Craft a business plan with an ROI for a partner program, and include potential AI agents. Okay, so now it's basically going to build the structure, right? The executive summary. And now I think what we're going to do is let's compare and contrast this to a deep research, right? So program structure, it's going to give you the value tiers, deployment timelines, relationship and account management, quarterly business reviews. And all of these different things are going to contribute to the ROI of a partner program. Now here's just a very top level executive summary. Now that we have that defined, let's now go into a deep research mode and do the same thing. And let's see what happens. Look at that. So now, what company are you referring to? Is it your own? Do you have an existing program? So now we're actually going to have a conversation with the AI to build up the ROI targets, the models, the financial targets. But just keeping in mind, like, we could not get to this screen over here. We can't even understand what that screen means unless we go back to our Miro and we understand what this means in terms of what the actual boots on the ground insights are that get us from point A to point B. So before you can even talk to the AI, Ryan, to the point you made before, we have to be able to define all of these aspects of a program in order to be able to be successful with having a conversation with an AI about how to formulate other aspects of a plan as they move forward. So what do you think, Ryan? You got some insights to close us out with right now?
I think Bean is home.
Could be.
No. This is it's been a good time, Asher. I always love going through the Miro boards. I think Can we include this in the post when we put it up? So, our listeners can get some ideas and kind of use it as a template for their own business?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll include a link to the Miro board. It'll have a little bit about us and Partner Awesome and what we do, and then we'll have this operational workflow there so that you could reference our out-of-the-box OKR along with exercise.
Awesome.
All right. On behalf of Ryan Albretsen, my name is Jason Asher. We are Partner Awesome. This has been the Partner Awesome podcast. If you made it this far, thank you. You have 6,571 points. And if you put that into the comments below, you'll actually get a complimentary hour of consulting from Partner Awesome to look at your program. So have a great day, everyone, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.